The Southern Charm mom is expecting her second child, and first with husband Brett Randall. Someone pinch me. Madison LeCroy shares pregnancy update and baby no. 2's name. Madison LeCroy admits her first pregnancy with husband Brett Randall left her completely shocked. In a good way, of course. Just a day after announcing her baby no. 2 News, the Southern Charm cast member shared more details about her pregnancy journey and the ways it left her in disbelief. Can we believe it? Someone pinch me, she said during her February 7 Amazon live stream. I was telling my husband the other day, I said, do you remember when we were talking about having a baby and we were gonna plan all this? Here we are. We're doing it. I'm shocked. Am I living a dream? How long were Madison and Brett trying to conceive? Since marrying Brett in late 2022, Madison has repeatedly expressed her desire to expand her family. The South Carolina native, who has a 12-year-old son, Hudson, from a previous marriage, said she and her hubby began trying to conceive in late 2024, not too long before she became pregnant. This will blow your mind, Madison said after a viewer asked how long she and Brett had been trying for a baby. 48 hours. Those ovulation tests are no joke. I thought, this can't be right. I thought I still had the rest of the year, but it was very quick. Madison shares her loved one's reactions to her pregnancy news. On Saturday, February 8, Madison posted a video montage of all the reactions to her pregnancy news. The reel included her son, Hudson, her mother, Tara, her sister, Cassie Davis, and, of course, Brett. The moment our world changed forever, she captioned the post. Finding out we're pregnant was surreal, but sharing it with the people we love made it even more special. The happy tears, the hugs, the pure joy, it's a moment we'll cherish forever. Madison reveals the name of baby no. 2. The Southern Charmer confirmed she had just entered her second trimester, which means her family addition will arrive sometime this summer. And although she still doesn't know the baby's sex, Madison revealed she would name the child after her father, Ted LeCroy, who died in 2023. You guys know I recently lost my dad, and I will be naming my baby after him, she said. So, girl or boy, the name is going to work, and I'm super excited about that. I'm really pumped. Does Madison plan to have more kids with Brett? While she's in the process of preparing for baby no. 2. Buying gender-neutral infant clothes and nursery decor, Madison is already thinking about a potential third pregnancy. This will not be my last child, I don't think, she said. Ask me in, like 4 more months. Right now everything's been great. I haven't been that sick, which has been super nice, just like a lot of headaches, which is really weird. I didn't have that the first go around. I think maybe one more after this, and then I'm done. A Southern Charm new beginning. Madison LeCroy couldn't believe her luck. Sitting comfortably in her living room, clutching a cup of tea, she stared at the screen in front of her, reflecting on her journey so far. Just a few days ago, she had made the incredible announcement. She and her husband, Brett Randall, were expecting their second child. In fact, it had only been a little over 48 hours since the news broke, and she was still pinching herself, wondering if this was all real. Someone pinch me, she said during her Amazon live stream on February 7. She couldn't help but feel a bit giddy as she shared her joy with her fans. It wasn't so long ago that she was dreaming of this moment with Brett, her loving husband. It felt like yesterday when they were discussing their future, about when they'd start a family. Now, here they were, about to embark on the journey of baby number 2, with everything moving faster than they ever anticipated. Madison, a South Carolina native known for her appearance on Southern Charm, had already experienced motherhood. She had a 12-year-old son, Hudson, from a previous marriage, and this would be her second time around. Yet, despite her experience, the excitement of becoming a mother again never dulled. In fact, this pregnancy felt even more surreal. As she reflected on the past, she smiled softly. "Do you remember when we were talking about having a baby?" she asked Brett. The moment she spoke those words, she was reminded of all the plans they had discussed. They had talked about what their future would look like, growing their family and welcoming new life into their world. It had been a dream of hers for a while, but to see it unfolding so quickly, it was almost too good to be true. "We're doing it," she whispered to herself, almost disbelieving. The joy of this moment, this miracle of life, filled her with so much gratitude. But the surprises didn't stop there. When asked how long it had taken for her and Brett to conceive, Madison had a jaw-dropping answer. 48 hours. "Those ovulation tests are no joke," she said, laughing at the memory. She and Brett had started trying to conceive in late 2024. She hadn't expected things to move so quickly, and yet here they were, expecting their second child. It was almost unbelievable, but as Madison looked down at the tiny growing life inside of her, she couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of happiness. Madison's excitement wasn't just confined to her and Brett. She had captured the reactions of her loved ones in a heartwarming video montage that she shared on Instagram the following day. The reactions were priceless. Hudson's face lit up with joy when he heard the news. Her mother, Tara, was visibly moved, wiping away tears of happiness. Her sister, Cassie, could barely contain her excitement. And of course, Brett's reaction was filled with pure love and emotion. The joy in the room was contagious, and Madison cherished the moment. "The moment our world changed forever," she captioned the video. Those happy tears, the tight hugs, the pure joy, this was a memory she would cherish forever. But beyond the celebrations, Madison also took a moment to reflect on the profound significance of this pregnancy. She had recently lost her father, Ted LeCroy, in 2023, and the pain of that loss was still fresh. But there was also a sense of peace in knowing that her baby would carry a piece of him forward. Madison revealed that she would name her second child after her father. "You guys know I recently lost my dad," she shared, "and I will be naming my baby after him. So, girl or boy, the name is going to work, and I'm super excited about that." The thought of her father's memory living on through her child filled her with a bittersweet sense of joy. She was thrilled to honor him in such a meaningful way, and it made this pregnancy all the more special. As Madison continued to adjust to the early stages of pregnancy, she began to prepare for the arrival of her little one. She and Brett were already making plans, purchasing gender-neutral clothes, and brainstorming nursery ideas. She hadn't yet found out the baby's sex, but she knew the name, and that brought her peace. Even though this journey had just begun, Madison couldn't help but wonder about the future. She and Brett had always talked about expanding their family, and now that they were on the path to baby number 2, Madison was thinking about a possible third child. "This will not be my last child, I don't think," she said with a smile. "Ask me in, like 4 more months." She had always known she wanted more than one child, and Brett was on the same page. "Right now everything's been great," she continued. "I haven't been that sick, which has been super nice, just a lot of headaches, which is weird. I didn't have that the first time around." She paused, pondering. "I think maybe one more after this, and then I'm done." But of course, nothing was set in stone. The adventure of parenting was unpredictable, and that's part of the joy in it all. With everything moving so quickly, Madison didn't take a single moment for granted. The excitement of her second pregnancy was still fresh, and she knew that the next few months would be filled with planning, preparations, and anticipation. But it wasn't just about getting ready for the baby. It was about the love that surrounded her, the family she had built with Brett, and the legacy she was passing on to her child. It was about the special moments, big and small, that made life so incredibly meaningful. As she looked forward to the arrival of her second child, Madison knew that the journey ahead would be full of surprises and milestones. Whether it was Hudson's growing sense of responsibility as an older brother or Brett's unwavering support as a loving husband, this was the start of something beautiful, and no matter what the future held, Madison was ready to embrace it with an open heart. In the end, that was the Southern charm that had always been at the heart of her story: love, family, and the excitement of new beginnings. This pregnancy was a new chapter, one that Madison LeCroy couldn't wait to experience, along with the man she loved and the son she adored. Together, they would write the next part of their story, with a growing family and a future full of love and laughter. And as the days went by, Madison would often find herself quietly whispering to her unborn child, "Can you believe it? We're doing it." She was living her dream, and it was more beautiful than she had ever imagined.